Hey friends, it's Kate from Venison for dinner, and you know, it's kind of wintry out here, but already we're thinking about summer, which means we got to get on some things because we're starting seeds inside the house. Well, there's still snow on the ground out here. Friends, I have got too many unorganized seeds. Oh, here we go. We have box 1, box 2. Oh, this is the fun one. This is the seed organizer. Does it mean I keep my seeds organized? No, it just means that I own a seed organizer. Anyhow, today we are going to inventory seeds so that we can make a plan for what I need to order. We live in Zone 3, Northern British Columbia, so not only do we have a short growing season with frost, we lack heat units. The other people who live in Zone 3 have more heat and can grow things outside or in a greenhouse or, you know, covered with a bit of help. Squashes, tomatoes, fruit, and get them ordered because it's mid-February and seed houses are backed up right now, so you need to, you know, count on it taking a good few weeks, and kind of in April we need to be starting things. So I'm using my planner because it has like these notes sections in the back and I never use them for anything else, so I might as well use it for this. And I've got some chocolate pudding that I'm gonna enjoy. If you are a longtime follower, you know that we get mugs made by Carrie of Sif Ceramics. And this is a sneak peek at our mugs coming February 29th or February 28th if you're an insider. Peace like a river in this color, sapphire. I think it's like, this was a hard one to name because it's sapphire, but it's also like a haskap. You know what a honeyberry haskap is? My family calls it blue. It's very unexciting. So, peace like a river in sapphire. The one thing I've learned is that these big bags of flowers, they often have invasive species in them. So I need to look through and make sure we don't have any invasive species. For our zone, this is also a thing of flower seeds, but the label's gone. To make sure we don't have anything that's invasive for our zone. It's last year's garden plan. I'm not sure how much we actually followed this, but it gives me a pretty good idea of what we did. Let's go over it. I'm making sense of this now. Okay, at the bottom of the garden, we did the peas and the onions and carrots together. We were trying to stave off the carrot rust fly with the onions and it didn't work. They got to be covered this year. After the carrots and onions, we did potatoes, and Marius wanted me to do 14 rows. I was planting it. I did 16 because he wanted a certain amount of this one variety, and I realized that I had planted too many of a different variety before switching varieties. So we did 16 rows. Above the potatoes is where we did the green beans once we got into thinner soil. And then we did 2 rows of cabbage and broccoli, and then Marius tried growing tobacco, and he grew that up at the top. Tobacco quite a bit of it is actually like a pesticide tobacco, so we're going to try that on different pests we have in the garden this year. In the greenhouse, we did some cucumbers and squashes, lettuce, ginger, which was a fail, strawberries, also a fail. Our raised beds, let's see. Okay, this is the greenhouse, how it went. I didn't end up putting strawberries in here. We ended up putting tobacco in here. But in our raised bed garden, here, we can look out the garden right here and see. So, left to right at the beds in front, and then we have two beds. Let's see, there's two beds back here, a third bed here, and then the rows in the front. So starting with the rows in the front, we did cucumbers on the left, then we did herbs and radishes, lettuce and flowers, and two had garlic in them already. Corn. Two of these had strawberries and one of them had green beans. In the garden up here, we do a lot of interplanting, planting little bits of flowers and lettuce all over the place. So there was that. But it's nice to have this to know roughly what we did last year. So let's keep going on the seed inventory. So I decided that it made more sense to sort everything into piles before I started taking tallies, because it was going to get a little ridiculous trying to take tallies. People do successfully grow strawberries here, but I am not good at growing strawberries. I have tried for 5 years and spent a lot of time and money trying to grow strawberries, and I was told last year by my family that it was my last year, and if I didn't succeed at growing strawberries, I was not allowed to invest any more money or garden space into strawberries, or time. Lots of time was also spent. So there you go. Some of them might come back from last year, and if they did, I'm not gonna pull them out, but they're also kind of on their own too. So there is some things that we grow that we don't even hardly grow for ourselves. We grow them for our livestock. And some people think this is ridiculous, but friends, how do you think that livestock feed is grown? So things like turnips and beets grow so easily here. And I primarily grow them for my livestock and feed them out to the goats and pigs, and they love them, friends. Love them. So there you go. These are my only carrot seeds. There must be carrot seeds somewhere. How can these be my only seeds? A huge one we grow here is brassicas. They grow really well in our climate. I am out of cauliflower. We don't grow a lot of cauliflower. It's not the family's favorite. When frozen, I hardly ordered seeds last year, wanting to really downsize in what I had. And you'll notice I order a lot from West Coast Seeds, but I didn't have great results with quite a few things last year. Also some things like one of these broccoli varieties, I can't remember what, actually just kept growing kale. So more than one thing didn't come up as it was supposed to. So we are going to be ordering from somewhere else this year. We'll talk about that in a bit. Last year I got given a bunch of seeds by a couple people who were clearing out their seeds, and I kind of didn't overly want them, but they kind of just got left here. So there's quite a few things that are old seeds and not any variety that I have sought out that I'm chucking. You know what, friends? It gets to a certain point where like we don't even really like this type of lettuce. Let's just move on with our life without it. This is going to bother some people, but I'm not doing this in any sort of alphabetical order. I'm just doing it in the order that I get to it. And I'm doing it by family. So like brassicas are together. Now vining things are together. Then like greens, lettuces, they'll be together. They are not in order. This is the corn I grew last year. It didn't actually work. It's one of those things that doesn't really work in our climate. Sometimes I grow for fun. The other years I decide it's not worth it. So the thing is, in this pack of cucumbers, there's like only like 10, 12 seeds. It's 10, 12 cucumber plants. By the time I add up all the cucumber plants I have, it's plenty. Plenty. This years old pack of spaghetti squashes, and we can't even hardly grow spaghetti squash here. I think it's time to just say goodbye. Saying goodbye. We can do it. Oh, I have a few corn seeds in here, so maybe we are planting a little bit of corn this year. Candy King. Somehow corn varieties sound like they could also be like weed varieties. Two things that I have amassed too many of is flower seeds and herb seeds for how many I grow. Herbs we have troubles with here, and flowers I really end up only planting the ones that I can just direct seed. So anyone that I can't direct seed, it's gotta go. So here I can direct seed poppies. These are some poppy seeds I bought from a neighbor and I forgot to plant last year. I have so many of them, I need to plant them. Zinnias I can direct seeds. I have lots of zinnias. Need to plant more zinnias. Calendula is another one I can direct seed. Marigolds I can direct seed. I have saved calendula seeds as well. So these are the only ones, store-bought ones I have, but I have ones I saved. These are all zinnias, friends. Nasturtiums grow well here. Marigolds, I think I got enough of those. Calendula, poppies. We're gonna go for it. Sunflowers, I need sunflowers. Always need sunflowers. I love to plant sunflowers where I need some shade for lettuce in summer. Okay, herbs. Let's see what I have for herbs. Basil. Basil doesn't do amazing here. I like to grow enough just to like eat it when I'm in the greenhouse because I love fresh basil. Friends of ours have a good greenhouse and I just bought a pile from them. And I'm happy with that. So I've got enough cilantro and dill. Both of those things I let go to seed last year in my raised beds, and I'm hoping they come up on their own 2 feet. Because it is very much a possibility that they do that. They like to do that. So we'll see if they do that. Chamomile is something I have tried to grow in many ways, shapes, or form from multiple different seed houses, and I can't grow chamomile, friends. Like there's some things that people are like, oh, it's easy, you just have to do this and that, but like, it's not for me. And like, it's easy for me to grow potatoes and broccoli, and maybe for you it's not. So just remember that not only is there different growing seasons, there is different growing zones, there's different microclimates, and there's different personalities of people. So those are all in there. These are my seeds to get rid of. And these are the flower seeds that I need to check into. Now we're gonna take this list, we're gonna get on the computer. So I'm the youngest of 3 girls, and my sisters and I are very different in terms of what we do for gardening, homesteading, homeschooling or not homeschooling. But we all like gardening. We all like gardening. So I've always used West Coast seeds, and I'm not someone who like has 10 different seed catalogs and orders from 10 different places. That just doesn't work for my brain. So I asked my one sister for a Canadian seed company that sells more than just the small pack sizes. Like I would like to be able to buy bigger packs because it's more cost effective, but not West Coast seeds because I got tired of planting vegetables that came up as other ones last year. Then I remembered there is Dom Seeds, William Dom Seeds, which is DAM seeds.com, so damseeds.com. So my sister said, unpopular opinion, she likes Johnny's Best above all. adaptive seeds for a small company. No company in Canada I found to actually grow their own seeds versus just reselling and have enough selection for my wants without having to order from a bunch of different places. She said she would trust Dom's seeds. She'd forgot about them. But she knows that Johnny's both grows and tests it all, and there's places like Stems Flower Farm in Canada that sells veg and flower seeds, but they just repackage seeds. They're not growing their own. So there's a lot of cool little companies, but then you end up ordering from a bunch of different companies, and I'm just not into it right now. I don't have the bandwidth. So she says Johnny has high enough quality that she can buy a few years worth of seeds of things like carrots and lettuce, beans, beets. It's cheaper in bulk, and the same pack germinates really well for years, even though, in her words, I treat them like shit in storage. They get wet from the garden or get left in the heat, and she still has good luck with them. So you know what? We're going with Johnny's seeds. So starting with Johnny's seeds, kale is something that Marius and the boys want to plant a bunch of for the deer, apparently. So I was looking to see if there was any kale that was like a cheaper price, maybe. But they all seem to be basically the same. There's 100 seeds in the standard pack, but I'm gonna buy a pack of 1,000 seeds because they want a lot of them. Romaine is my favorite lettuce, so I always want to try some different ones. So they have new varieties, but I don't necessarily like having new varieties. We're just gonna try a small packet. It's pretty wild what seed prices have become these days. So this Sunland is a heat tolerant one, and I like heat tolerant. I feel like I don't need 5,000 seeds, so I think we're gonna go 500. Oh, I need to log in, make an account so that my thing gets saved. I feel like spinach is another thing that I have hit and miss results with. So let's see what we can come up with. I like a heavily savoid. I do like that. Bolt tolerant, we like that, but productive in a winter tunnel, which means it's also going to like cold, which guess what? It's cold here. It's not much more to get a bigger seed pack, so we're going to get the bigger seed pack. Also, so many are out of stock, which makes me think that it's popular. Let's see, sunflowers. Beautiful. Look at this summer breeze mix. How cute is that? I like it. We're going for it. We are going to go for 1,000 seeds. No, we don't really need that many. We'll go for 500, and I'm sure that will be plenty. See if there's any that are considered. Well, these are bird food ones. If there's any that are shorter days to maturity. Yeah, realistically, we don't make it to maturity for the for seed anyways. Oh, these ones are faster to maturity, so we're gonna order some of these because I think that my girls will think these strawberry blonde are cute. So I like this red wing onion, but friends, it's out of stock except for in a massive pack. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, replacement for growing red wing. That sounds like what I want. Because I like red wing. So here's red carpet. So quite a few of these. I am ordering multiple years worth of these seeds. So my total is going to be higher than I want to see, but I have to remember that it's going to amortize over a few years. Now, I like jade. It's usually a shorter day. Yeah, 53 days. We'll get 1,000 seeds. Provider's another good one. But I have Ferrari already. And then my crew likes yellow beans. So we're gonna look up yellow beans now. Goldilocks, Monte Gusto. Let's see, Gold Rush is our favorite. So we're gonna try Goldilocks. Wonder if they keep their color. Nah, purple disappears when cooking. I don't know if I want it to stay that color, guys. Oh, and there's only a 5,000 seed pack. No way. Let's see. Try that. I have swapped mugs and moved on to tea. Now we have Homeschool Mama in spruce. It's like this green with blue undertones. Love it. So I'm just about done. I just need cucumbers. And then I'm gonna go over what I ordered. There's this super cute little cucumber. Except for it's $15 for 10 seeds. It's gonna be a no from me. Let's see, what about this one? Diva. I remember growing Diva cucumber. That's better. 30 seeds, $5.75. Still not cheap. But you know what? For double that, $10.25, we can get 250 seeds. We're getting 250 seeds. Cucumbers are a borderline thing here in terms of if we can grow them well or not. We grow them in the greenhouse and outside, but our family loves cucumbers. Just snacking and eating on them. So it's something that I do put effort into growing. Lemon cucumbers. They're very late to begin bearing. That's not a good sign for us. But 65 days to maturity. Not the end of the world. I love lemon cucumbers. So this is in US dollars, remember that. We have all our own potato seeds, so we don't have to buy that. So we are at 300 US dollars. By the time that comes to me, I'm going to pay some duty on it. Coming to Canada, also add, like, I bet you I'm looking at over $400 Canadian by the time it comes to me. But we have 1,000 kale seeds. So this is friends, you know, they plan to use some for like a deer food plot, but also just growing in the garden. An ounce of Paris Island lettuce seeds. That is like a lot of romaine seeds. I only got one seed pack size of the purple one to try out and a seed pack of the Sunland. So I'm set for a couple years on that. I got a huge thing of spinach, 5,000 seeds. So that's years worth. Big thing of sunflower seeds, probably a couple of years worth. 500 of this one, 100 of this one, unless I plant some out in the field. Then we have 1,000 of each of these onion seeds, and we probably plant 500 a year, probably more, because I always start more. This is 2 to 3 years worth of onion seeds. Green beans, I got 1,000 of jade, a seed packet of Goldilocks, and 1,000 of this rock door, and 1,000 of velour. So again, we got a few years of green beans. I will share some of these seeds, but some of them it was just so much wildly cheaper. Like you doubled in price to get 4 times the amount of seeds. So I'll share some too. I got a seed packet of these radishes, but then I got a 1/4 ounce of hackuri turnips, which is a lot of seeds. Thousands. 1,000 of these yellow beets, 5,000 cylindra, and 5,000 boro, because I plan to plant a bunch of them out just really unruly to then feed to animals. Again, still years worth of seeds. This boro is a good storage one, and cylindra is a good canning one. We also grow and share with other people, and people that we do grow with love to eat beets. So I got 5,000 carrot seeds and a seed packet of Napoli, which was still like 500 seeds. The way the prices worked out on some of these, like the bolero carrots, I don't need this many seeds, but I needed 2 seed packs worth, which equals the same amount of dollars. So I might as well just upgrade to the next size up in package to get way more seeds. Sugar Snap, I only got 1 packet of those because I have quite a few of other ones, but they're supposed to be known for their flavor. And these were the organic ones, which cost more, but they didn't have any of the other one. So I got this Ruby Perfection cabbage, 1,000 seeds. It's a keeper cabbage. I don't think they had the smaller size packet of this one. Another cabbage, cabbages that are good for kraut or storage. 500 promise, 250 of storage number 4, 250 of this Integro. Integro costs more, but it seems to be a pretty good looking cabbage. So, and then for fun, there's only 30 clementine seeds and 30 graffiti seeds, but how much fun are my girls gonna have with those cauliflowers? So that was just kind of a fun treat. If I can buy the boys kale seeds, I can buy the girls colorful cauliflower, right? We got 1,000 pack of this Monty broccoli, 250 of the Diva cucumber, seed packet of lemon cucumbers. You may also like. Anyhow, I do have a 10% off coupon code, but you know what? We're just going to go for it. I'm gonna guess I don't actually have free shipping once we actually put in my address here. Like I thought, my free shipping was replaced with $40 shipping, so that's what I expected. For some reason, this radish cannot be moved, cannot be ordered to Canada. Well, that's weird. We're just not. Here's an example for you. A seed packet of this radish, I'm looking at a different one now, it's 250 seeds for $5.80, or 5,000 seeds for $11.30. So double to get 20 times? I don't need this many radish seeds, so I'm not doing it, but like I wouldn't even begin to use that many. 250 is lots. Let's see if we can buy these. Anyhow, thank you so much for shopping seeds with me. That was fun. So I need to get wrapped up on this because I told myself at 3:30 I was gonna make pita bread dough for dinner, and it is 3:30 on the dot right now. So let's get this ordered quick so that we can make some pita bread.